Well, it's a beautiful September morning in Texas. Feeling the fall in the air. So as I came out this morning, I thought, hey, you know what? This may be a good time to go ahead and do the Coop overview. A little bit of a tour for you guys. Hopefully it's recording okay. Got a little treat this morning. We have Ruckus, the chicken guard cat, doing his job. Well, actually, I guess he's sleeping. Hi, buddy. Good morning. He's already been inside to eat this morning. He's already tired. Guarding chickens is such a difficult job. Oh, so tough on a boy. That's our sweet little guard cat. Love him. So we're just going to kind of go through and do an overview of the coop and the run. Not going to be super long or anything. It'll be my longest video to date. Not that we have that many. So let's just run through it. I want to look at the back first. Maybe it's a funny place to start, but our little backyard homestead. You don't have crazy room for everything, but we did have room for our coop in this area. Thought it would be perfect. So this wall right here that's the north. So the back part of the coop is facing north. I always think it's better that when you're building your coop, at least in Texas, I don't know about elsewhere, but it's better to face your coop south, and the north-south winds kind of blow through it. We get a lot of winds from the south. So this is the back area here, and what happened, it's fun to start off with a real-life mistake. Where this drip edge here, this piece of metal is located, it was actually dripping down below the roof line right here and getting behind this board and dripping inside. You can see, I think you can see, yeah, you can, kind of the rust marks on the wire right there. And that's where the water was dripping down. It was actually dripping inside the coop and getting the pine shavings wet. And I was like, we can't have anything to do with that. No, sir. So really cool. I found this drip edge stuff and was able to extend out the roofing to where the drip would actually drip off and clear that area. And the reason I built it this way, though, originally is because eventually between these wooden things, you see one of them sticking out right there with the sunshine on it. There's two of them. Between these two wooden things, eventually I'm going to put a gutter so we can harvest rainwater and we can let the chickens have some nice, beautiful rainwater that'll be coming off this really cool. I'm going to try to show it this way. Oh, I have no idea what's being recorded right now, but this is our corrugated metal roofing that we used. And we can get that and clean it off real easy and let the water drip down at an angle into what will ultimately be in this area, our gutter, which will go into a rain barrel area as well. So that's the back of the coop. That's the least exciting part. Oh, I know you guys are just so excited. All right, so now we've got the window here. Sarah and I, when we kind of came up with this coop design and everything, oh, that's interesting. Look, where a cicada came out. It's just clinging there as if it belongs. Sorry, got distracted by a rabbit. So the window here, this little post comes out, and in winter time, we've not had it yet in winter, but in winter time we can close that. We can lock this latch right here, and we can keep the wind from going to east to west there and making our girls cold. So it just helps us shut off a little bit of the airflow in the winter time. That's the idea. And hopefully it'll work well. Now, looking at the nesting box right here, when we came up with this idea, not of putting the nesting box on the side, that's probably ancient, but actually figuring out how to waterproof this thing, that was a mess. And when we originally put the lid on, it was kind of messed up. Right now we've got it closed off, but we've got 3 spaces here. And obviously you're wanting to keep them dry. You can see right there where our plug is coming in that goes to our fan. We'll show you that in just a second. And but we want to keep this dry. We're going to put some hay in it here pretty soon. Our girls are getting ready to start laying. And so when we were building it, though, this part up here, right along in here, had potential to be a leak right along the hinge. We actually used underneath this rubber membrane here, we used a piano hinge. So it's what's called a piano hinge. It's a really long hinge. And it's underneath this. So across the street, our neighbor, Robert, hi Robert, Robert was redoing a shower, and I had the idea, man, he's got some of that membrane you put in the bottom of the shower to keep it from leaking underneath the tile out into the rest of your room or whatever. I think we could figure out how to use that. And so we got that membrane right here, and we stuck it underneath the siding and trimmed it out, and we have had 0 leaks. So pretty proud of that. And if you look underneath, there's the girls. Ah, so beautiful, right by Rucky. It's all of our wildlife. And if you, hi buddy, he's so handsome. He's a handsome boy. Underneath, we wanted to extend the run. So again, I'll just go ahead and show that while we're here. We wanted to extend the run with that big pink bathtub looking thing there is, or not bathtub, swimming pool, is Ava's old swimming pool. And she's 4 years old and getting too big, too tall for that now. But that's their dust bath, and it's had mixed reviews. I think the dust and the dirt that we have inside is just fine. And so there's the girls inside, underneath. So it gives them a place to run underneath if it's raining and we don't close off the coop and have them on the inside. Then that gives them a place to run and get out of any kind of weather that might be coming down, any rain and stuff. So here's the front. So you can see that we use the cedar siding, stuff like that, which I think is gorgeous. But our original plan, and still is kind of our plan, is that we were going to paint all of that siding white. We haven't gotten there yet, but we did get the green on the, we were going to paint the trim white. The siding is green. So we love the green color, but we haven't gotten around to the white just yet. So let me stay on the outside here. We went with a roof, an angled roof. Instead of doing an A-frame roof, we wanted to do just a down angled roof, kind of a modern look. I love this feature. You can see the corrugated metal underneath, right where this window is, this wire window to let some of the breezes in for the girls. Love that. That's just kind of a fun thing. Helps keep the weather off of us while we are looking into the coop. So here's, got super huge hinges. Our door's kind of heavy. And so we want some big hinges there. You can see our little barrel bolt lock, slide lock coming in. Okay, all right, now we're at the run. This almost looks like something you see at the zoo. There's a reason for that. It's because in Bedford, where we live, there are foxes, and there are possums, and there are rats. Ugh. But it's the foxes that are a big concern, and probably the most concern are the hawks. Up in this beautiful blue Texas sky, we constantly hear and see hawks, and we often find in our yard the remnants of some blue jay or mockingbird that didn't quite make the cut in running from the hawk. So we've got this thing built in such a way to where it is completely closed in. We haven't had any rats or mice get in, nothing. It is completely predator proof at this point. So right down here, you can see a lot of wood chips, and it's all along the bottom of the run. All along the bottom of the run, we have this chicken wire, which we use the hardware cloth. We decided not to use the regular kind of octagon chicken wire. It's too big, a snake could get in or something like that. So we use the hardware cloth. And you can see it a little bit right here on the edge, is this hardware cloth actually goes down. It curves and it goes down about a foot out all the way around the whole run and coop itself. And that's to keep predators from just kind of digging down in. So if you look right here, you can see it. See how it goes out, and we just got it covered with the wood chips? So it goes out about a foot all the way around the run to keep them from digging in and getting underneath the wood. So coming around this side, here's the back. And it's really funny, my daughter, oldest daughter, Elizabeth, is off at school. This is her bedroom window. And she hasn't yet seen what it's like to look out her bedroom window. And she's got a beautiful view of, well, the chicken girls, our beautiful gals. All right, so here's the door. We just got a basic latch. We just built the door out of nothing fancy, just 2x4s to make a frame. Got it and put it all together. So we'll come on in real quick. I'll just show you this and then we'll go look at the inside of the coop. Originally, when we put all this together, we just built these wood platforms to hold our, just very simple, to hold our food and to hold our water and things like that. And we still use those occasionally, but we're making little improvements along the way. So you can see our feeder here. It's just hanging from a chain that we put at the top of the run here on a nail. Nothing fancy. Here's the top of the run. We've got the wire. We put some boards across here to hold the two, where the two seams come together. We put the boards on top and bottom to pinch those seams together so nothing can crawl in underneath. So that's our hanging system, nothing fancy. Our water literally sits on one of our pots from the garden area. Hi, Foggy. This is Foggy, our only white little chicken. Love her. She's a funny bunny. This is our largely ineffective little roost for them on the outside. I think it's because we just got it too close. We may end up taking it out. So, hi, Opal. That's Opal. She's going to be the one that, she's the blue egg layer right there. Pretty girl. That's Sarah's favorite. That's Sarah's girl right there. Love her. Hi, Foggy. We know you're back. Silly girl. And this is my favorite right there is Millie. She's the spotted, speckled one right there. Just love her. She's actually named after my grandma. Sorry, Grandma. Okay, so here we go with, this is our little ladder going up into the girls so they can come into the door area. And the door just simply, we've got this string on here. We're going to come up with a better plan. But the girls like to sit on top here and make this a little roost out here because I guess that was the lack of having this roost, which they don't like anyways. So we take the string off, the door will close, and we got a latch on it, obviously, to keep predators or anything like that out. But then the thing is closed off. We got it framed out to kind of look kind of cute. But there you go. So there's the door. And Foggy's like, hey, why are you shutting me in here, mister? Yep, come on out. There you go, sweet girl. So let me put the string back on here. Sorry for the bad camera work, as I only have 2 hands and not 3. Okay, cool. So here's a quick view inside. All right, let's go look at more of that. So this is the run area. This is where our girls play and have fun. And you can see I put some chickweed and stuff in here this morning to kind of feed them. We kind of throw them some grass and some chickweed, and we put in cucumber and watermelon rinds and things like that for them, just to help them get some more nutrition outside of just what we do with their feed. The feed that we use is non-GMO feed, non-soy feed. It's just natural, really good stuff for them. Oh my goodness, Rucky the guard kitty. Hi, cute boy. You just rolling around, loving the sun? Yeah, he likes the camera. Oh, boy. Okay, so let's go look inside real quick. Here is the inside of the coop. Oh, my gosh. It's so exciting. So exciting. So we use pine shavings on the inside of the coop to kind of keep the smell down, to keep things kind of moving along. Got feathers everywhere. The girls are really preening a lot, picking a lot of feathers. But you can see we did regular roofing on the inside. I actually waterproofed the roof. Used what's called Tyvek, which is a construction kind of plastic you put on the outside of walls to keep water out. And we sealed the edges as well before we put the roofing on the top. But you can see that I just used OSB board on the top, kind of put in some boards across to support everything, and we basically framed this whole baby in before we put the siding on. Pretty cool. We got a fan in here. I don't know how useful or helpful it was. It seemed to be in August when it's like oppressive heat and the girls are panting. We thought, man, we really need to cool them down. So that's the plug I showed you earlier that was in the egg box. And so you can see again that we have the egg box closed off because they're not laying at this point, but we know they're getting really close. Excited for that day. We hung the chain from the ceiling here so we can just move the food inside. Same thing here. We actually have one of the pots from the garden that we just set the water on for them to have at night. We've got a window, a small window right there. That's on the west side of the coop. Here's the big window. Here's the back window. And there's the window with the hinge on it that we can close to kind of reduce some of the breeze. Okay, so when we originally built the coop, just kind of going with the ideas that were coming out of our heads, we put the roosts. So they sleep on roost at night. For those that don't know, they actually sit on these roosts and they kind of squat down a little bit and they sleep up there, kind of all bunched up together. So we originally put them on these boards here, and we had little roosts going across, and we had 2 of them. When the girls were small, that worked great, but they're almost full grown now. And as they've grown and gotten bigger, they've needed bigger roost. And so Sarah and I just recently built this. It looks like one of those gymnastics things that the girls do their, flips and stuff on. I don't know what those are. Uneven bars, I think that's what they're called. So it's inspired by gymnastics, even though we have nothing to do with gymnastics. But this is movable. So when we actually clean the coop, we can pull this thing out and take it out. We can get all of the pine shavings. We can scoop them out of here into our wheelbarrow, which we can just set right here. We did a really wide door, as you can see, to be able to make cleaning out way easier. Now here's one of the things I'm particularly excited about and really want to pitch to you guys if you're going to build your own chicken coop, is that we put in a vinyl flooring product. We got this at Home Depot. I think it was 15 or 16 bucks for however many square feet, but we just cut it. It's vinyl flooring is what it is, and it's a beautiful gray vinyl flooring. It would be beautiful in your home, but we decided to use it for our chicken gals. And the idea behind it was that it would make things easy to clean. As you can see, pee-pee and poopy soak through the pine shavings and get on that. So it's easy to clean. When we pull all the pine shavings out, if we needed to, we could clean it up as well. And just having a wooden bottom, eventually the stuff soaks down into the wooden bottom and it gets really nasty, and we're not interested in having to replace the bottom anytime soon. So we did like you would do with regular flooring. We glued the whole thing down, and then we put these trim pieces, quarter round. We actually use the PVC quarter round, which I'm not a fan of as a contractor, but it works great for this application because of its ability to resist the moisture. So that's where the leak was coming in. We had like crazy amounts of wet pine stuff right there, pine shavings, so I had to pull that out. We did, we pulled it out, we added more, and so here you go. So this is kind of what it looks like on the inside. Just love it. So we're really proud of the work we did here, and excited about how the design kind of came out. It just kind of even felt like God was involved in the process with us because we had never done anything like this before. So there you go. That's just a quick tour of the chicken coop and the run at our little homestead, Cartwright Corner. So thank you guys for watching this video. I know we're like amateurish, I'm amateurish in getting this thing going, but we're just enjoying sharing with you a little bit of our little urban simplicity in the middle of the chaos of what is Dallas-Fort Worth, and hope that you guys are encouraged to build your own chicken coop, that you guys are encouraged to start your own garden, that you guys are encouraged to move towards some sort of food independence by what you see on our channel. So if you would you subscribe to our channel, Cartwright Corner, and support us in it? as we step out and continue to encourage people towards simple living for the glory of God and for the good of their family.